Assalamu alaikum. My name is Haider Ali. I'm the president of Muslim Association of Puget Sound. We faced some of the toughest challenges both as individuals and as a community over the last 12 months as a result of the pandemic. After all, as a community organization, we depend on the community connections to be able to serve the community. As I reflect upon it, the last 12 months, I see that we managed to race through the challenge in three ways. Number one, as the pandemic shut down our social interactions, we were able to quickly come up and serve the community, keep the connection through online services. As the pandemic eased up and as things started opening up, we followed the COVID guidelines and slowly started bringing back the community. We were able to do that at scale while strictly adhering to the guidelines of both the county and the state. And finally, in a pandemic like this, the most vulnerable ones in the society are the ones that are most impacted. As a community, we're able to step up in significant ways to cater to their needs, whether it be in the form of rental assistance, food, support for their stay, utilities. Our goals for 2021 are threefold. As more of the community is getting vaccinated, we are planning to bring the community back into in-person services while following the county and the state guidelines. We'll augment our in-person services with virtual online services to expand the reach of the community so that more people can participate in our activities. As part of that, we'll continue to invest in enhancing our online presence as well as the marketing and communication tools so that we can keep the community informed and engaged. Number two, before the start of the pandemic, we faced a severe shortage of space and we had embarked on an expansion project. When the pandemic hit, we put those projects on hold and now we are restarting the project. We have a project manager in place. The architect plans have been finalized and we now are looking forward to completing the expansion by the end of the year. Finally, number three, the area around MAPS is going through a massive transformation. The area is being transformed from a semi-industrial zone to a high-density residential area with light rail coming next to us. This is very exciting because finally it's going to bring a lot of people who will be living in the proximity to the masjid. We anticipate the size of the community to grow threefold over the next 5 years. This presents both a challenge and an opportunity because now we have to have plans on how we are going to deal with this massive transformation and growth that is going to happen.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Vakil and I'm the current vice president in MAPS board. Right before pandemic hit, our Sunday school had to turn away 50 kids. In all of the classrooms which are used by a number of other non-profit organizations and schools, they were essentially double booked. Teachers were having to carry trolleys and supplies and then take it back. So we do have a need for the classrooms, and that expansion in the short term, inshallah, is going to add 4 more classrooms. It's going to add 2 more multi-purpose rooms. So inshallah, we hope that it will alleviate to some extent our current need.
Hello MAPS community, this is Jim Reed, formerly with AGM Commercial Real Estate, now with Lee & Associates. I've been on this journey with you for a very long time, and now I sit here with you today to talk about kind of current state of events and the Redmond and Marymore economy, and just answer some questions to help continue the process and continue the success of the MAPS community in Redmond. Right now, there are 2 apartment projects that I believe are 400 and 280 apartment units under construction and or about to start construction. There's 2 other sites that are under contract to also be additional apartments, and there's 3 other sites that are now being tossed around for office and residential development. So going back to 2009 till today, 12 years ago, the transformation of Marymore is unbelievable. And the term Marymore Village has been used quite often by the city of Redmond and a number of folks around, but this all stems from the light rail station coming to Marymore. Our ability to compete is going to be dependent on how much the organization supports itself. So the organization has to actually be forward thinking as opposed to looking 6 to 12 months from now, 3 months from now, trying to go raise money for a building. I think the more the organization can support itself from within and grow will give it the flexibility to actually be able to make a quicker decision in the future to allow us to compete with anyone else.
So starting Ramadan, we will start resuming some of the in-person services on an ongoing basis, including the daily evening prayers. We will, we're also planning activities for summer, and by fall, God willing, as if COVID were to subside, we anticipate resuming some level of normalcy. From a services perspective, we see the effects of pandemic persisting for the next 12 months. We see another surge coming with the protections for moratorium being lifted, which can create evictions. Studies have shown that if you can help people in the early stages of the disruption to their life, whether it is the housing or loss of job, and early intervention will help them stabilize sooner and get them back on track. So we expect to be able to provide a greater amount of social services to those needy in the next 12 months.